Senior officials from various government departments were invited to UTAC's proving ground in Millbrook in Bedfordshire in April to see a series of demonstrations of the latest connected vehicle technology. The event, organised by the Transport Technology Forum's Connected Vehicle Working Group, showed a range of here and now technology that could be introduced to the roadside and into vehicles.
It's been really brilliant to come and see the real-world demonstration of so many different types of technologies here at UTAC. I think one of the things that is so compelling about events like this is seeing the partnership working between those who are developing these technologies and those who are using and deploying those technologies. Those conversations between local authorities, emergency services, and technology providers are so important if we're going to deliver these technologies with real impact in our road settings in the UK.
Delegates were taken out on an electric bus as used in London to see how digital traffic regulation orders could drive intelligent speed adaptation within buses, meaning they cannot go above the speed limit. Here, this display shows how the driver is pressing the throttle to the maximum, but still the bus can only go at the limit, and as it crossed from one limit threshold to another, was able to speed up. The bus also went through a roadside overheight detection system, which could be placed before a low bridge, for example. The vehicle triggered a warning that shows up on dashboard displays.
Caution, low bridge. Pedestrian crossing ahead.
2 pedestrian detection systems to make crossings safer were also demonstrated, not only triggering enhanced beacons or roadside signs, but also displaying warnings in vehicle.
Pedestrian on crossing ahead, prepare to stop.
There are 2 things about today's visit to UTAC that I think stand out for me. One is actually in the extent to which some of the technology has moved on over the course of the 3 visits we've made. In our first visit, we'd end up with screens festooned across a windscreen. Now we're seeing an integration of data coming through into a single screen that's already built into the vehicle dashboard. This is a major step forward. But I think perhaps even more importantly this time is we're hearing more from the policy advisors and the policy makers about the real challenges they're wrestling with in order to get more of a conversation going about how transport technology can help and what it is the sector needs from those policymakers to make its deployment a reality.
The delegates from the Department for Transport, Department for Science, Innovation and Technology and Centre for Connected and Automated Vehicles saw remotely operated roadwork signals, green light optimal speed advisory solutions to reduce emissions from unnecessary stops, as well as red light enforcement technology,
red light alert,
and connected flood warning signs triggered by sensors.
And this is really important because this allows people who spend their day thinking about policy, sometimes in quite an academic and abstract way, to see some of the potential outcomes and the potential deliverables around connected vehicle policy.
In addition, there were demonstrations of in-vehicle warnings of emergency vehicles or recovery trucks nearby.
We spent a long time looking at PowerPoints and what might the future look like and debating things such as what form of communications. You come here and you see things really working. You see things with proper fire engines, proper ambulances, proper police cars, proper recovery vehicles. You see data that's already available being used and going into production vehicles. It's what's here now and what could be here in a few months, not a few years, while we still debate about PowerPoints and business cases and visions.
After time to meet the innovators delivering the cutting-edge solutions, the day ended with a demonstration of life-saving connected vehicle technology, eCall. There are millions of eCall enabled vehicles on our roads which automatically trigger a 999 call when the airbag is deployed. So here, the airbag deployed led to a simulated emergency call and associated data.
I've just had a crash. Someone's gone in the back of me.
Okay, stay with the vehicle. We know where you are. So we will have responders on the way very shortly.
Okay, I can hear some sirens on the way, mate.
Then the deployment of a police vehicle and a series of warnings to software, such as the Waze navigation platform.
It's always fantastic to actually get my hands on some proper technologies and see the data actually being displayed in real-world demonstrations. But to be honest, the real joy of events like today is learning about how the ideas come about, learning about the pathway from the innovation, the conversations that happen between technology developers and users, and then seeing that come to life so quickly.
This was the third TTF Connected Vehicle Demonstration Day at the UTAC site, and not only showed how quickly the industry is moving on with new solutions, but also ensured that government is informed about how technology is, extremely cost-effectively, helping make our roads safer, greener and more efficient.